Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you're having an absolutely top tier day. For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Mewtwo V-Union. I have yet to explore the V-Unions in the current format, and I think they're all actually fairly powerful and have a lot of synergy with other Pokemon in the current meta. Now, I guess let's call this day one of V-Union week. This is going to be V-Union week here on the channel. We're going to explore the V-Unions and see how well they do. So, let's start off with Mewtwo V-Union, arguably one of the more powerful ones. Why is Mewtwo so good? Well, once you get all 4 pieces of a V-Union in the discard pile, you can assemble them into Exodia. No, you can assemble them to make this really powerful Pokemon with lots of different attacks. So, once you get all of them in the discard pile, you make Mewtwo, and you don't ever use Union Game, but you utilize attacks like Super Regeneration, which heal 200 damage from this Pokemon, which is a great way to potentially stall your opponent out if they can't one-shot you. You also have Mewtwo's Leg here, which uses Psysplosion. For 3 energy, it puts 16 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. This is incredible because keep in mind, guys, damage counters are actually different than dealing damage. I know that doesn't sound... I know they sound exactly the same, but in the trading card game, that's how it works. They're different things. So damage counters get around bench protection abilities like Manaphy, which means you can still snipe this damage to the bench and potentially take multiple prizes to finish off games, which is really, really amazing. You also have Mewtwo's Tail, which uses Final Burn for 300 damage. So you can just make the Mewtwo V-Union, bam, 300 damage Final Burn out of nowhere. It is ridiculously powerful, and once again, another amazing way to close out games. You cannot forget about Photon Barrier, though. This prevents effective attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to Mewtwo. This is actually a really relevant ability because there are attacks like Wild Freeze from Articuno, which paralyze your Pokemon. Not Mewtwo, it doesn't. There is Sableye Lost Mine, which can't put damage counters on Mewtwo because it's an effect of an attack, which is really, really solid. So Photon Barrier, incredible ability. Now, why is Mewtwo so good? It has a lot of synergy with Gardevoir EX. You utilize Gardevoir's middle evolution Kirlia to discard a card from your hand and draw 2 cards. So you can either discard Psychic Energy or Mewtwo V-Union pieces to then draw some more cards to get into more pieces. Then you can get everything in the discard pile and you're just set for success. That's the name of the game with this deck. Set up all your Kirlias and get going in. You also have your typical attackers like Shining Arcana Gardevoir and Zacian V, which have the same attack effectively. They do 60 plus 30 for each psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. I typically find myself using the Shining Arcana Gardevoir and Zacian first before closing out the game with Mewtwo V-Union. So I really like this deck a lot. I think it's a ton of fun to play. The rest of the trainers are fairly straightforward. A lot of our typical search in a Gardevoir deck, Battle VIP passes, Fog Crystals to find basic or energy, Level Balls, Ultra Balls, all that good stuff. Great ways to discard our Pokemon. I also play a Rescue Carrier in this deck. I really like Rescue Carrier. It's a great way to potentially get back like a Mew or maybe a Ralts that got knocked out in your opening turn by something like maybe a Cramorant. So, Rescue Carrier is a really solid way to get some extra recovery so you can maybe shuffle around in 1 prizers till you build up your Mewtwo V-Union. A couple stadiums as well as a worker because Path to the Peak does kind of hurt this deck a little bit. And then for our disruption cards, I'm using Judge and Roxanne. Just fantastic disruption. It's the best disruption we have right now. Next set, of course, when Paldea evolves, we'll get Iono, and I think this version of the deck might be a little more powerful. We've also got 3 research so that it's just an easy way to discard our pieces as well as our energy, and 1 Peonia. The Peonia is actually really solid and actually pretty impactful in this deck because you get to put 3 prize cards, you get to pick up to 3 prize cards, check them out, and then exchange them with 3 cards in your hand. So this is a great way to actually hand select your V-Union piece out of the prize cards if you prize a piece. So really solid card in this V-Union deck. I think Peonia is almost a must-have in any V-Union deck because it just helps you get those pieces out of the prize cards so you can actually make the V-Union. So really solid card in this deck. And then of course I'm playing 1 Sky Seal Stone just for an additional way to kind of make a comeback if I'm behind in prize cards, as well as 11 Psychic to round out the list. If you guys do end up liking this deck list today, I will have it down in the description below. You can just copy it, import it right into PTCGL, and just like that, You're all set for success. Let's get into some games. Alright, let's keep it moving and grooving in our Mewtwo V-Union deck, the start of our V-Union week. I am absolutely digging it. These V-Unions are super duper fun to play. They're really cool. I feel like they were what tag teams were supposed to be. I don't know. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what our opponent has going on their side of the field. We are going first, which is absolutely great for this deck. It is so important. We have Battle VIP Pass +2 energy. Yo, this hand is so good. Oh my goodness, this hand is nice. Yeah. Dragon, are we playing against... okay, we're playing against the Lost Box. I love to see it. Oh my gosh, plus Fog Crystal. We opened the nuts, dude. The absolute bananas. We have an entire Mewtwo V-Union Wait. This is so whack. What is this? What is this bug? Why is the entire Mewtwo V-Union right there? 1, 2, 3, 1 in our hand. So we have all of our Mewtwo pieces in the deck, which is super nice. Good information to have. I do need to get Manaphy. I am a little concerned about Greninja. But I also don't know if I want to respect it just yet. I can get my way into Manaphy, right? How many level balls do I have in the deck? I have all 4 plus the battle. I'm going with the double Ralts right off the rip. Then I'm going to go Fog Crystal to grab myself a Mew. Because we did see Mew was in the deck. So I can bench that. I can concealed cards, see a couple extra cards this turn. We find another Battle VIP Pass. Yo, this is broken. And then I get out Ralts plus Manaphy. This is so stupid. This is so dumb. That was a really cracked start from us. We don't have much else going on in our hand, if I'm being honest. But get a level ball off this and we'll be good. Ultra Ball? Nah, that's acceptable. I suppose that's fine. Then we can just pass to our opponent. I mean, that's a really solid opening hand. I could have saved the energy to utilize Greninja's concealed cards this next turn. So, but at that point, it's kind of a toss-up. Concealed cards, Mysterious Tail. I'm seeing extra cards either way. But we'll have to see what happens from here. If our opponent knocks out our active Mew, we can always use Rescue Carry in our hand to get the Mew back, which is really nice. So, we have Ultra Ball. Yeah, dude. What's super nice about this is the Mewtwo Psysplosion goes around our opponent's Manaphy. So the Manaphy does not matter. We can just go right through that. And we can also seriously disrupt our opponent in the mid to late game with the combination of either Judge and or Roxanne. Roxanne can really, really hurt our opponent. So we'll have to definitely build up to that. All right. Let's see what we're at right now. 4 in the Lost Zone. Easy. Yo, chill, bro. Chill. This is just Lost Box things, guys. Lost Box things. That's okay. This deck plays from behind. I am not ridiculously concerned. I mean, I'm a little concerned, but there's the Cramorant, another switch, and knockout. All right, well, we have to really start ramping up pretty quick against this deck. I think I'm going to promote the Greninja, seeing as though Greninja can't be knocked out by Cramorant. I think that's definitely the way to go here. And let's see what we get off the top. A Level Ball, that's super busted. 100%, certifiably broken. We can evolve our Kirlias. Yeah, now we can start going. We can start moving and grooving. We can Kirlia, discard the leg, draw a couple more cards. Worker is definitely not too shabby here, just as some way to see some extra cards. I can conceal cards here, draw a few more. Another V-Union piece, love to see it. I'm gonna Worker first, and hopefully draw into another piece. Level Ball, really good. Oh yes. We're comboing off now. Yeah, this is great. We'll go 1 here. And then I can always go... I'm inclined... I feel like I could get my Mewtwo V-Union going like almost this next turn. I can. Because I can Ultra Ball, Refinement, what do I Ultra Ball away? I just Ultra Ball away Temple, right? I don't need Temple. So I can go like this, grab another V-Union piece to throw away. I could, in theory, grab a Kirlia, but I think this is fine for now. But we can Refinement away another V-Union piece, draw a couple more. We find another Ralts, which is good. I like this. Set up another Ralts. I can attach for turn as well to prep an attack. I definitely want to attack with my Gardy here. So I'm going to attach there to prep an attack and pass to my opponent. I could always Pal Pad as well and get that worker back in the deck, but I don't know. I think we're okay. I think we're okay like this. And of course, if our opponent, you know, Kramer can't knock out Greninja, of course it can set up numbers for a late game Lost Mine, but I think that's fine. And once my opponent gets a knockout, we can go in with the Mewtwo V-Union. I want to get my maximum Ralts and Kirlias on the board because I have no draw supporter in my hand, so I want to see as many cards as possible. Greninja comes out, thank heavens we have the Manaphy, so our bench is safe. Woo! Dodged a bullet there. So our opponent could gust out the Manaphy. That could, in theory, be an issue. But we can always start going for Psy-Splosions and start knocking out Comfeys, getting rid of their draw. Ooh, Kyogre, dang! Another great reason to keep this Rescue Carrier, if my opponent ever does take down my Manaphy, I can Rescue Carrier and put it directly back into my hand. Yeah, I think that this is, in theory, one of our better matchups. So I get rid of more energy. Our opponent is really building up for that late game Kyogre, but if they can't get rid of Manaphy, the Kyogre won't do very much. Okay. Attach on the Comfey, they're just gonna smack me with the crayon. Greninja. Okay. They get a Mirage Gate. Do they not realize that's a Manaphy? They're gonna pass. Wait, why didn't they attack me with Cram at least? Beats the heck out of me. Maybe they don't want to open up the bench space? Either way. I can get rid of Sky Stone. That's never gonna matter in this matchup. Okay, another oh. I'm about to put the Fear of God in my opponent, man. I can Fog Crystal, thin another card out of my deck here. Yeah, we're absolutely going in right now, guys. More refinements. If little is good, more must be better, right? Okay. How much energy do we have in the discard pile? 5. I can get rid of the Battle VIP Pass, but we'll get rid of some energy here. Okay, Ultra Ball is good. Ultra Ball can get us... I can Ultra Ball away this plus energy. I kind of want to start swinging this turn, I'm not going to lie. But I don't really think there's a way for me to realistically attack. Because I would have to go like this. Grab my Gardy. Evolve it, and then hit 2 energy off of it. Or my Gardevoir EX. Let's hit the Gardevoir EX off it, baby. We hit the Gardevoir. What? Yo, I'm absolutely popping right now, guys. What the heck? Because now I can attach, retreat into my Shining Arcana, and start taking knockouts. This is really, really good for me. That way we can go 2. I can go 3. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 6. So we only need 3 energy on here to knock him out, right? Because 3 times 3 is 90 plus 60, so that's plenty. Don't need to commit any more energy where it's not necessary, right? And then I could Pal Pad, but once again, I don't think I have much in there. Just the worker. I can hold the Rescue Carrier to grab stuff back. I could always boss as well, but I think it's okay knocking out the Gren here, getting rid of a little bit of their draw. Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna knock out the Greninja. Okay. We're definitely looking solid here. Definitely solid. I'm building my way up to that big Mewtwo, man. Once they knock out this Gardevoir, I can actually go in with the Mewtwo. Oh my gosh, I can. I'm so hyped. I get to actually smack my opponent around with the Mewtwo. Yeah, because these Comfeys are not safe. Of course, this next turn, the biggest problem is just finding our last piece. That's really all there is to it, is finding our last combo piece. So, but we have a couple refinements to do it. I could research, but I think this hand is a little bit too good to throw away. Keep in mind, something else I can do is always use Klara to get back this Gardevoir. Oh my gosh, that's the play next turn. Use Gardevoir to get back the Shining Arcana plus, yes, this is the way. 100% this is the way. Okay. Oh, but we're getting judged. Oh no. Oh, dang. Oh, never mind. This hand is great. This hand is sick. We're chilling. Not amazing. Not terrible, though. Never mind. The play that I was thinking about in my head, not doing it anymore. But let's see what we can do here. I'm going to promote the Kirlia. I can always promote the Gardevoir, accelerate energy to it. I think that the Gardevoir is potentially better to promote here. Yeah, we'll go like this. Now my bench space is opened up for a Mewtwo V-Union piece. Aw, oh, dang. Hey, I tried. Sue me. I tried. So I can go here. And then I really want to get into a Mewtwo V-Union. Oh, there's nothing off that. Okay, that's fine. All right, we're going to start off with the concealed cards. Let's find that V-Union piece. Rescue Carrier is really good. Fog Crystal, can that thin anything out of my deck? Or would I prefer to throw it away? I'm down 10. I don't know if there's a last energy in my deck, so I'm actually going to be inclined to throw it away. So we're going to go like this, throw that away here. Unfortunately, no Mewtwo V-Union piece. We find Mewtwo. Oh my gosh, wait, never mind. Hold on. We found V-Union plus research. Hold up. Hold on, guys. Do I do it this turn? That'd be so bananas, right? Bam, bam. Take a couple prize cards this turn. But I go down to 3 cards left in deck. That is so risque. I am going to... We're going to start off with a Psychic Embrace. Buy myself a second or two. I could always just smack my opponent with the Gardevoir this turn. That's definitely not a terrible plan. But I think Mewtwo... But... Research, I'd have to win in the next 2 turns. I think I could do that, though, right? My opponent could judge me, though, and then I would just lose the game. I think it's okay to slow play this turn. I think that this is fine. And go like this. And then smack our opponent with the Gardevoir this turn. 190, take a prize card. And then next turn, I use Refinement to go into my Kirlia. The main reason I'm also a little not really like, this is the right play, is because I got my Pal Pad in my hand. If I didn't have Pal Pad in my hand, I would have ripped the research, because that way Pal Pad could put a couple supporters back into my deck, so I could potentially seed some extra cards, right? So... Now, our opponent did judge, so their hand size is fairly small. So, they have Escape Rope. Do I just give them... I'm inclined to actually give them a Kirlia, because I can accelerate to Kirlia to pay retreat. My opponent could also Lost Mine this turn. I did forget about that. I'm going to go into the Kirlia, actually, because I don't know if I have enough energy in my deck to attach manually to pay retreat cost. Or else they could just boss trap me and win the game that way, you know? So... But I can, in theory, win the game with 2 Mewtwo V-Union attacks. I can win the game in 2 turns. I have plenty of energy in my discard pile. Okay, Nest Ball, that's probably going to get them the Sableye. Oh, they might just be going in with Cram. That would also be acceptable to me. Okay, if it's just a Cram Spit, that'd be super duper okay. It is, it's just a Cram Spit. Okay, we're in there. Yeah, because I can just promote the Guardy and pay retreat because it already has the energy on it. Ooh, Roxanning my opponent as well? Yo, chill game. So we're gonna refinement. That's super busted. That's the way to go right there. If we get rid of their temp, we can bump their stadium as well. I can always Pal Pad. I still only have the one worker in the deck, bro. That's so dumb. Okay, we're gonna go like this. We're gonna play the V-Union. Assemble! Exodia! Okay. And then we can retreat right into the V-Union. Oh, he's big. He's bad. He's too much for Lost Box. We can start going in. I don't think, I mean, especially if we Roxanne our opponent and knock out 2 Comfeys, how are they supposed to draw out of that? That's what I'm wondering. Like, especially with no Greninja either, I think that's really rough for them. And then we just Roxanne. Yeah, we've got plenty of cards in our deck now. So we can just Roxanne. Shovel them down to 2. Bam. Really good cards. Klara can really grab us a few pieces back. Klara can help us get back energy as well if they try and trap us, which is super solid. And then, yeah, we can go for the... Sky Explosion. Bam. Sky Explosion. And we're... Oh, this is so good. So we go 50, 70, and then double 70, 30, 60, 70. And then where do I want the last 20? Does it matter, really? I could put it on the Comfey, the last Comfey, right? He could have Switch Card. I could put it on the Kyogre. I think Cramorant's also a really solid target to do this. But... Oh, I forgot to put out Temple to bump the Beach Court. That's okay. We'll go 2 on the Cram. I think that's fine. Put it down to 90. And then we take 2 prize cards. Take 2 prize cards? Oh, it takes it 1 at a time. That's so whack still. It's still so weird to try and get used to. We get a couple prize cards here as well. This is looking really, really solid for us here. The Mewtwo Sky Explosion is insane, plus the Roxanne play. Woo! Let's go. Yeah, my opponent has no draw. Oh, this is so good. I'm so hyped. That worked exactly how I wanted it to. Absolutely nuts. Now, my opponent could retreat with Beach Court and see 2 extra cards. That is definitely an option. But, they can't handle the scandal. This deck is so good against Lost Box, man. Oh, let's go. Mewtwo is so powerful. What the heck? Alright, let's get it. I'm a huge fan of this build of the Gardevoir deck. I think it's pretty fun. I really do enjoy it. I just like all the different ways that you can play Gardevoir. I mean, there's so many fun combos that you can utilize. I mean, I've done F tier, fun tier builds of this deck with like Houndstone, which post-production, Michael, put that above my head in case you guys want to go check out another fun build of Gardevoir. Good job, Michael. Good job. But this build is also really solid. I think it's a little more competitive as well. I do think it's solid. We actually have a really solid opening hand here. We have Battle VIP Pass. We can definitely grab like maybe Ralts Mew, retreat into the Mew, dig for something else. Like we definitely have a solid hand here, lots of options. The Ultra Ball is also amazing because it allows us to just throw away a V-Union piece next turn. Okay, oof, Lugia. Lugia is a bit rough because they hit us for weakness, our Mewtwo. Oh my gosh. Did I prize 2 pieces? And my Zacian? Oh boy, this game is going to be difficult. Oh boy, this game is going to be difficult now. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Can I get another Battle VIP Pass? I'm going to need it, honestly. I am going to need it. We do get another Battle VIP Pass. That is amazing. Oh, now I can get all my Ralts set up because I'm going to need all the draw possible. I've got all 4 Kirlias. I'm going all in on the Ralts over the Greninja because I've got no energy this turn anyway. So it's really no big deal. And then I just pass to my opponent, right? The odds are they're not going to judge me on my opening turn. I could always potentially use my baby Gardevoir to KO the Tyranitar, then go Zacian into my Mewtwo V-Union. So, as I mentioned in the intro, it's just a great finisher. It's a great way to close out games because its damage is so high for such little energy. It definitely can work some magic in the late game. But we get to throw away a piece with this hand as well, which is solid. We can Ultra Ball. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this hand. They have a double Archeops in the discard pile, though, turn 1, which is pretty dang gnarly. And they can start Cragalanching as well. Oof. Yep, Serena discard 2. Whoa, their hand was so busted! Yo, chill! Yo, chill, dude! That's insane. Let's go. This is gonna be... They're gonna make me work for it, man. Alright, another Capturing Aroma. Oh my goodness. I really hope they don't play the Yveltal. I would not like to see the baby Yveltal come down. That would be a bit scary here. They grab double Tyranitar. This is much better. I'm very okay with double Tyranitar. We are comeback kings. Don't worry. This deck plays from behind, so I'm not super duper worried. What do we get off the top? Another Research. Don't like to see that very much. I don't need the Collapse. I don't want the Collapse right now, honestly. And we can grab another V-Union piece, I suppose. Or we could just grab a Kirlia. Let's do the Kirlia. More consistent. We can go like this. Then I can just rip the Research, right? I can always Mysterious Tail as well. Let's Mysterious Tail, see what we find. Level Ball is amazing. Level Ball can get us another Kirlia. So, love to see that. We'll go double Kirlia here. Yeah, we're going to go absolutely nuts. And then just rip the Research and get in there. Not too shabby, actually. We have triple Kirlia online now, guys. Yo, let's go, Kirlia. Yo, I need to draw into another Kirlia, right? Give me another Kirlia. That'd be absolutely busted. I've got 3 refinements to work with as well. So, that's 1. Okay. And then we go refinement number 2. Put some energy in the discard pile. We get Greninja. Ooh, Greninja's going down too. We're going to go concealed cards. We also have Temple. Temple is really, really solid here. And then I've got 1 more refinement. We can refinement away the Manaphy. I think that's solid. Bam. Okay, we get Ultra Ball. Do I get my last Kirlia out of the deck? I'm really inclined to get my last Kirlia out of the deck, guys. What do I get rid of, though? This hand is just solid. I could get rid of Klara, potentially? I kind of like potentially getting Klara back. I'm going to Ultra Ball. I'm going to Ultra Ball here, and we're going to go you and Roxanne, and I can always Pal Pad Roxanne, because I'm not going to need it for a few more turns. So I think I'm okay doing this, going here, and then we can use the refinement to get rid of one of the Gardevoirs, because we're most likely going to be playing Klara next turn, right? Into double energy. Okay, yo, this is so busted, guys. This hand is genuinely busted, and we can start preemptively attaching as well. Yeah, this is great. Oh my gosh. And then I put out Temple, and hopefully that stops them from getting off an attack, right? Pass to my opponent. Okay, that was such a broken turn. We had Research. We saw 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We saw 17 cards, 18 with the Mew, 19 with the top deck. We saw like 20 cards that turn. This deck is so cracked, guys. I guess because there's more of an emphasis on getting out your Kirlias, I definitely think that's why it's, yeah, that's super nasty. Woo! No way the last card in their hand is a Research, right? The Lugia V-Star plus Research? I refuse to believe. Summoning Star, okay. Let's go. Let's see if the Temple stops them. I'm really hoping the Temple slows them down, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Primal Turbo. Where are they putting the energy? They're putting it on the active. Do they have a Stadium Bump as their last card in hand? Or a draw supporter? Primal Turbo number 2. Man, they're really going in. Oh, dang. That's definitely a Research then, right? So they don't draw into these energies. I can always knock them out with my other Gardevoir, though, this turn. My baby Gardy. Put an energy on the Lugia. Lugia is so good. We could potentially knock them out with Zacian. Keep that in mind in the late game. Yeah, I kind of like preemptively powering up that Kirlia. They do have boss on my Kirlia, but they don't even grab the one with energy. A pass! Yes! The stadium has worked its magic! Let's freaking go, guys. Alright, let's dig into our deck. Let's absolutely go nuts here. Yeah, we'll conceal cards. Yeah, let's get in here. Pal Pad is amazing. We can go Refinement. Yeah, we can start going in. Well, Refinement, I guess he's trying to trap me for a turn, right? Discard 1, draw 2. Ultra Ball gets me there. I can get rid of Peonia. Plus another energy. This is good. Things are good. That gets me my Gardevoir. Oh my gosh, this is actually so nuts. I don't want a Refinement anymore. I really want to keep all of these cards in my hand. I can evolve the active. I can go for a Shining Arcana. Let's see what we hit off this. Do we hit anything? No, but we get Judge. Judge is not bad, but I don't want to play it. That gives my opponent more resources. I kind of want to put Roxanne and Boss back into the deck with Pal Pad. I'm kind of okay doing that. We'll go Boss, Roxanne. I could have got the Peonia, right? But odds are with Peonia, with 2 pieces prized, I'm not going to hit both of them. So I'm actually not going to bother as much with that right now. But yeah, we can always go use the Refinement. But what do I Refinement away? Worker? Because I want to keep the stadium in play, right? I think so. Okay, good discards. We can evolve that one. And then we can start putting energy in play. Okay. Okay, we're taking 2 prizes off this Tyranitar, baby. Oh my gosh, let's go. I would love to get the Mewtwo off the prize cards. As I mentioned before, Mewtwo is a finisher. I want to go Gardevoir into Zacian into Mewtwo. That is typically the way that this deck flows. Like, that's the typical flow of the deck. So we get all 6 energy on the active Guardy. And that's all she wrote for my opponent. Let's go. Don't want to accelerate anymore. We'll keep that in the discard pile. I could get Refinement away the Battle VIP Pass. I'm kind of okay with that as well. Temple, finding our next temple is amazing. And then we just Brainwave for knockout. I don't want to dig anymore quite yet. There's nothing else I really need, so there's no use digging. We take 2 prize cards here with our baby Guardy. Let's go. Come on, give me double V-Union piece. That wasn't even close. What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Oh no. Okay, well the temple is still in play. My opponent can accept. Oh, what? They top decked the stadium? Bro, that's what you get. Nice try. So my opponent is forced to accelerate 2 energy if they're even going to get an attack off here. But we're in kind of an awkward situation ourselves because we don't have our Zacian, nor a backup Gardevoir. We're in a really awkward situation. Huh. Double turbo? That's fine. I have another temple to counter their stadium, so... Man, maybe I should have put the Peonia back in the deck. Then I would have been able to grab Zacian potentially, right? Alright, they're probably going to not bump the stadium. They could choose to bump it, so I can't use it, but... That's fine. My opponent does only get 1 prize card here, so it's not that big a deal, right? In theory. But let's see what we get. We get another Psychic. Rescue Carrier can give me back Ralts Kirlia. We're doing it. Bam, bam. And then I can Psychic Embrace. 2 energy onto the Guardy. Okay. Well, I should have put all 3 because then it's heavily damaged. I had an energy attachment in my hand. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because I'm bad. Definitely that. I could bench the Ralts, but I think I'm okay not benching it right now. We'll put out another temple. Yes, I have another one. Thank you for asking. Thanks for noticing. And we'll go Miracle Force. And we're going to have to play the 2-hit KO game with our opponent. Now, I know that's a bit annoying, but we're going to hope their top deck in combination with their only prize card is not enough to get them out of this situation. They have an energy attached for turn, so they are going to be able to get an attack off. But I'm okay losing the Guardy, I really am. Because I can just Klara and get back my Gardevoir again. I could potentially Klara and get back double Guardy here. Could I have done that last turn and just got back the Guardy? My brain did not even think about that. Yeah, that's great. 100% the way to go. We find boss as well. Ooh. I'm gonna go Klara here. And then I'm gonna get back both of these. No energy, just 2 Pokemon. So that way I can go attach here, right? I kind of don't want to, I can thin my deck out a little bit, right? Like, I can go here, there's nothing, there's the boss's orders, the Roxanne, the Fog Crystal, like nothing super impactful in my deck. Double Level Ball, I can always judge so I don't deck myself out. I'm okay going down. We'll get the evolution go. We can get double evolution going right now. I think that's fine, because I'm getting 2 prize cards here. I know this seems kind of weird, but I'm going to do it like this, okay? And then we are going to, I don't want to bench the other Ralts, although I could bench the Ralts, but if he gusts around it, it's not good for me. There's no way he's going to, right? I could always use the refinement. Yeah, we'll bench the Ralts here. I think that's A-okay. And then we'll go Miracle Force, take a knockout, okay? Now we just have 2 prize cards left. Come on, baby. Yo, give me my 2 Mewtwo pieces off the prize cards. Come on, 2 Mewtwo pieces. Show me the money. We got the 2 Mewtwo pieces? Let's go. Look at them. Oh, and they're the both legs. They look actually really good in the hand right there. They look like the puzzle pieces just coming together. That's how we're knocking our opponent out, baby. Let's go. Because I can just research my hand away. Yeah, I can just research my hand away and then final burn my opponent for game. Super effective glasses. Yo, chill. What the heck? Oh my god. Wait, does my opponent play 3 Tyrannitars? Yo, what an absolute mad lad. What the heck? Yo, the super effective glasses for an insane amount of damage. Yo, good mills. They build absolute garbage. Oh, feels good, man. Oh, yeah, let's go. See, I could knock them out with the Guardy, but where would be the fun in that, right, guys? We'll promote this. Yeah, I could just research the hand away. We'll go attach, research, get those pieces in the discard pile, draw our last set of cards, and then we play the Mewtwo V-Union. Bam, bam, I assemble the pieces of Exodia! And then we use Psychic Embrace. Let's go. This is hype. Bam. 1. Quick before my opponent scoops. Go. Go. Oh my gosh. I swear that my opponents are going to scoop before I smack them for 300 damage, and I will be so sad. Done. Get me out of here, bro. Retreat. And then we will final burn for the knockout and our last 2 prize cards. There we go. Bam! Knockout! Get out of my game, T-Tar! Yo, that was super duper hype. Oh my gosh. Beating the single strike Lugia with our terrible pricing almost all of our attackers and our pieces. That made it super difficult to win the game, but we were able to clutch it out in the end. Let's go. If you guys haven't made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. You are absolutely top tier. Now, this is the point in the video where I typically give like my closing thoughts on the deck. And I gotta be honest, Mewtwo felt really, really solid. The amount of HP it provides in the late game is actually really, really nice when combined with its insane damage output with Final Burn and Psysplosion. I really, really like the deck. I mean, yeah, it may be a little more challenging to get the pieces in the discard pile, but I felt it always made me prioritize getting out my Kirlias, and because of that, I always felt like I was able to draw so many cards every single turn, which is absolutely wild. Yeah, it felt kind of just similar to a Gardevoir deck, but with a little extra oomph in the late game, you know what I mean? But I really enjoyed Mewtwo. Stay tuned on the channel, subscribe to the channel. I still have so many more fun V-Union deck coming your way through the rest of our V-Union week here on the channel. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.